I'm running the fuel line for my nitrous auxiliary tank. I'll start over here. This is the line. It's gonna wrap around right here and go up in this hole. And go to that regulator right there. Okay. Still gotta be zip tied. Have to push it way up in here above the exhaust and find some place to zip tie it. And then there's this hose right here, way up in there, right there. I'm gonna zip tie to that and come around right here. This is the fuel tank. So I'm gonna come around the fuel tank. And then there's a sleeve. Go up above this. And this sleeve here, I unbuckled it. It's got just a couple bolts and pulled it down and found a nice place to put this hose. That's pretty convenient. This little cubby right here is pretty convenient. And that goes all the way across. And there's an opening right here at the K member. This is the K member. And there's an opening right there. And then this peels back pretty easy. And you just look up in there. And find daylight and shove the hose through the daylight until it goes all the way in. I shoved a foot or two up through there. Right here. And then that I'm gonna route like this. And I'm either gonna connect it straight to this, or I'm gonna just connect it here so that there's less black hose and more chrome. And then I gotta take this off because this is the regular fuel system right here. I'll take this off because I wanna run race fuel. Okay. Okay, so this is the tank. It's from Coyote Specialists, and the hose comes as long as it's supposed to, and you got everything you need except for, see, here's the other fittings, but that's for the other end. So I used a 90, and I just took a knife and sliced into this because I didn't want to take the time to go and buy a grommet. So I'm sure I can find a stock grommet online if I ever take this hose off, the plug or whatever. And I'm gonna drill some holes and get those insert nuts that crimp in, and spacers to level it off, and some matching bolts, and bolt that down. Then all that'll be left is figuring out what these wires do and wiring them. And I still have to wire the nitrous control electronics. So it's been a while since I worked on this project, and I'm kind of skipping around, and so I'm not making like one video like everyone would probably want, but I work slower than that, so sorry about your luck. Maybe you can find one that goes all the way through this whole process in one video. But this one right now, I'm just installing this tank, and I'll probably end up finishing the other end today too, hopefully. Alright, I need to go to Winner's Circle, and I need to connect this hose to this hose, so I need to get an adapter that'll connect these two, and then I need to get a plug cap for that, and then this end will be done. This is the nitrous plate right here. It's the fuel solenoid. The nitrous solenoid, I still got to wire it. JLT2 intake, cold air intake. So I took a marker and traced these holes, and then I just put the drill bit in the center of the hole and drill it out to about there. Once I get to the last one, I kind of really take it easy, because just a little bit too much and it's a little too loose, but you drill it just right, and then you drop this in there, and then you use this just kind of like a rivet tool. Screw it into this nut, screw it into that, and then squeeze it tight a few times. So I'm gonna drill that out. I need to find some spacers because it wasn't level. I'm not sure it really needs to be level, because if it's tilted down a little bit, well, I think that's the pickup, so kind of needs to be level. So I need to get some like rubber washers to put under the feet. Okay, this is all secure. It's not exactly level. I didn't have long enough bolts to level it, but I did get it up like, I don't know, a quarter inch or 3/8 of an inch up. So I'll have to get longer bolts right there and some thicker spacers or something to get it level. I don't think it matters that much. As long as I don't run it empty. Speaking of that, I got this little adapter right here, and I'm going to put a fuel pressure safety switch, so if I lose fuel pressure, it'll cut off the nitrous. And that's probably going to sum this up for a little while, because I need to figure out the wiring, and I gotta do my truck, so I gotta do the exhaust on Clifford, so this is gonna get put on hold for a minute. And you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to follow this. I'll be putting out another video someday on it. I kind of move slow, like I said, so if you want to see this finished, and if this winds up being an old video, you can just go to my page and find the next video in this progression on this project here. So thanks for watching.